Hey everyone, Amanda McKean here. I am throwing together a quick Whole30 chili. This recipe calls for browning the ground beef and cooking the onions and garlic before mixing everything together. But my house is quiet, the baby's sleeping right now, my 4-year-old is out. It's not often I get quiet moments like this, and I can think of better things to do than standing over my frying pan stirring ground beef for 15 or 20 minutes or however long it's going to cook. This time is precious. So I am going to cook my ground beef in my Smart Multi Cooker because then I can throw it in the microwave. It'll be steam cooked, so a lot of the fats are actually going to drip out of it, way more than what I get out of my frying pan, and I can literally walk away from it and do something else for the 15 minutes or 20 minutes or so that it's going to be cooking. So if you're not familiar with the Tupperware Smart Multi Cooker, first thing you'll notice is it comes with 2 different lid systems. So this lid system I can use just with the base. Okay, so this base here and this lid system, and this is a rice cooker. And for anybody that already has a Tupperware rice cooker, this will do double the capacity. So this one's family sized. I can use it just like this with no lid on it as a pasta cooker, which I do quite often with my 4-year-old. You know, it's so handy. Just being able to throw this in the microwave with some noodles in it for her for lunch. You know, every time I try to cook pasta on the stove, the baby needs me, someone comes to the door, I just get busy with life and other things, and the water boils over every single time. Same with my rice. So I absolutely love that I can put it in here and put it in for 10, 11 minutes, walk away from it. If I get distracted, if it sits there for another 20 minutes, it's not boiling over on the stove, it's not going dry. It just works perfect for my life, right? I know it's cooked, it's sitting there, and when I get to it, and lunch will be served. So the other piece to it are these units here. So this is your water reservoir, really. And this colander here, you can see it's got holes on the bottom, is actually, the microwaves do not penetrate this portion. It's quite heavy, much heavier than you'd expect a Tupperware bowl to be, and that's the same with this lid as well. This stops the microwaves from penetrating. So when you put this all together with a little bit of water in the bottom and you put that in the microwave, what happens is the food that you've put inside the colander, the microwaves can't get to it through that colander. So the only thing that's heated by the microwave is the water, which means you get a true steam cook. And it's not because microwaving your food is bad for you. There's been several studies done. Actually, even Harvard Medical says microwaving can actually be healthier than other cooking methods. But it's that we want to steam cook, right? There are times when we want our food steamed and not microwaved. So that's what this is designed to do. So what I did was I just took my 1 pound of ground beef, and I chopped up an onion and about 4 cloves of garlic in my Power Chef. I've mixed it all together, and I am just going to throw that in the microwave. I haven't tried ground beef yet in the Smart Multi Cooker. It's one of our newest products, so I'm going to try it for, I think, 20 minutes. And if I take it out and it's not quite cooked as much as I wanted, I'll just fire it back in there. So, but what's going to happen is, as I'm cooking, the steam will rise. The steam will cook my meat and my onions and my garlic here, and the fat is going to drip through those holes and be caught in the water reservoir. So it ends up draining quite a lot more fat than what you get when you cook in the frying pan. So I'm just going to add some water into my water reservoir, and I'm going to fire that in the microwave, and then I'm going to walk away, or I might throw together a quick salad. But really, I don't have to sit there and stir my pan, and it's just that much easier for me. So I will hop back on and show you the finished result when it's all good to go. So okay, I'm back again, and while I was waiting for the ground beef to cook, I quickly chopped up some peppers, 2 peppers in my Power Chef. I threw them in the base of my stack cooker. You could do the rest of this on the stove top if you don't have a stack cooker, but this is fastest and easiest for me. And like I say, when I'm cooking on the stove top, I kind of got to keep an eye on it. And you know, as I was doing this, the baby woke up, so he's now sitting here with me. We'll see if he stays quiet or if he makes some noise. But you know, if that was on the stove top, I would have had to turn it off. come back to it, reheat it, all that other stuff. So instead, everything just sat here, waited for me when I got back. And I'll do the same with this portion in the stack cooker. So I threw my red peppers, 2 cups of beef broth, a can, just a small can of diced tomatoes, and some spices into the stack cooker base. So I put cumin and chili powder, a teaspoon of each of those, and then half a teaspoon of paprika, half a teaspoon of ground mustard, and half a teaspoon of pink salt. So the Whole30 recipes, I really like them. They can look intimidating because they look like they have really long ingredients lists, but really it's you just scooping out spices and putting them in. So I really like that too, because then you can really control the flavor. If you don't like one certain spice, you can go heavier on the others and lighter on that one. So I just want to show you here our ground beef. So this is what it's turned out looking like. I don't know if you can tell on the video, but it's nice and moist because it's been steam cooked, right? And it's looking like it's, I'm just going to break up a couple of the chunks here, but yeah, it's fully cooked. So I'm not going to throw that back in at all. It is done as much as it needs to be. And then this is the part that I really love, because this just shows you exactly how much of the grease has dripped out and into the water. So that's what the water looks like after that. So, you know, rather than draining your ground beef yourself and putting it into a can, it just all drips into the water in the bottom, and you flush it and you're done with it, right? So it takes a lot extra out. So I'm just gonna mix that up. Right, it's not even like cooked together that much because the steam keeps it nice and loose, right? So I'm just gonna add that in there, and I might actually throw in, I got a little bit of zucchini left over from another recipe I was doing. I might quickly chop some of that, throw it in there, but really that's it. My family's not quite home yet. I'm not exactly sure what time they're gonna get home. So I'm actually just gonna throw this in the fridge, and then I'll fire it into the microwave. It'll only take probably 9 minutes, 10 minutes when they get home. So I'll serve this chili with a little bit of salad, and my dinner is done just like that. So it keeps things super simple, super easy for me. One of the reasons I love my Tupperware products is because they just make my life so much easier. You know, I loved cooking before, and I really, really enjoy that I haven't had to give that up, because in all honesty, I just don't have the time to make the recipes from scratch the way that I used to. And these shortcuts, I can't say enough how much I love them, and how easy they are for me. So that is a super easy Whole30 chili. It's going to be enough for us for dinner tonight, plus some freezer meals, which is going to make another night even that much easier. So I hope you enjoyed the recipe. Thanks a lot for tuning in, and I hope you have a great day.